the 27th. Just gonna get out there today. Had these guys hanging here for a couple days, so I'll skin them out. Not too bad looking dogs. Shop is coming along. Had to make a couple link snares for a guy there, and when I get back later today, I'm gonna clean this right up and get the boards down and get everything lined right up. Should be a busy day. I'm gonna bring the rifle. Last weekend of deer hunting, so maybe I'll go whack one here. It's got today and tomorrow, and I got Monday off. We'll see what shakes out then, but we're gonna carry on. Before I head out, I'm gonna get a little snare soup going here. Gonna bring these snares to a boil. So I got 2 dozen wolf snares, a dozen with the Signature Series springs, and then a dozen with the A1 springs, and then the other just the coyote snares in there, and a bunch of power ram snares. I'll boil them all up, and then I'll have them all ready, and we'll wire everything up and hopefully get all these out this season. But burn a bit of time. Gonna head out to the fields here. It is still the last weekend of rifle season, so could be a lot of deer hunters out and elk hunters just trying to get their bulls or whatever for the last time this season there. So we're gonna try and avoid everybody and get out there and have some fun. So all I do here is put some hot water in there. Just a little bit of baking soda. It's not much. There's a quarter box in there, and then I'll bring it to a simmer, let it sit and cool off, and then flood it out and take my snares out. All right, time to hit the road here. So burnt out to one of my spots here, and all the fields and everything seem pretty quiet, not a lot of traffic, so I'm assuming everybody's kind of tucked in to some spots this weekend, and the animals don't seem to be moving too much. It's pretty warm out, about -8 right now, but it's been warm the past week. We're in the pluses every day with freezing rain and a little bit of snow, but not too much. So I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit and see what comes out for the first hour, and that way it should give me time to check a couple baits that I know nobody's gonna be hunting at, and then after that I can start doing my checks without impacting anybody or having to drive past and see if vehicles are parked there or sign of somebody walking in. That's what happened last weekend there, so I had to backtrack a bunch. So I think what's gonna happen after November, I'll just pack a lot more bait. So today I'm just gonna check. I got a little bit of bait with me, and I'll dump some off and then kind of just check, and then tomorrow I'll go bait everything up and then hang snares on my newer baits. But what it's gonna work out, I think, and then after that I'll just keep piles of bait on my truck, and as I check at night and stuff like that, I'll just keep everything fresh and rolling. All right, wish us luck today. Just checking out our first bait here. Not much activity from the deer. Line had a buck there, maybe like a 130 pop out, but he wasn't what I was after. But anyways, yeah, first coyote of the day. A couple other spots there where they went in, and bait's pretty much dried up. Gotta rebait this, but this is a fresh catch from the past day, so we'll sneak in there, take a look at it, and maybe reset right there. So I got in here and then realized I wasn't recording, but so fresh from last night. Eyeball is still not froze there, so nice high neck catch. Kill spring fired, lots of torsion there. So on a lights out snare. So I'll remake it. Looks like he came down from this direction here and got caught. and then just wrapped himself around the tree here and expired. Not much disturbance, just went there, went over here, had a pee, and then went back over here. All right, well, I'm gonna walk this trail out and then I'll remake the snare here. Okay, catch you at the next one. Okay, we're at another bait here where I dropped off the pigs the other day. Looks like we got a wolf walking through here. Just kind of wandered around, no real direction, and only did it once. There's a couple good coyote trails here. They're not going down the usual ones, so I'm gonna grab some snares and hit one there, hit one there. That pig that I dropped off in here, half of it is missing, so I'm assuming it was probably the wolf that came and grabbed it, because the bigger chunk's the one that's gone. The back end's right there, so. And then some more wolf tracks here. So I'm gonna put another 3 snares here, and I'll come back with some more bait or see what's in the back of my truck. Load it up in here, and probably need a snare over there too, there or there. So there's some heavy trails going towards the direction where I started that other bait. Over there, it snowed and I can't really tell where I dumped it. That's kind of sad. I should put a ribbon, but I did that in a rush, and then now I can't really find it. All right, we'll keep you guys posted. Just one coyote so far today, and a couple snares I got bumped at the other bait. But this one looks a little bit more promising than the other so far. So we'll have to do what we got to do to liven it up. Moo. Well, we're in another spot there. We walked in here the other day just to see what there was for tracks. I've been dumping off a little bit of scraps here or there. Fresher snow here, so I got a bull elk track in front of me and a coyote track there as well. So I see the elk must be in the area because there's hunters going around the block steady here. Here's another spot where the elk went through. So probably small herd. And here's the coyote trails. I'm gonna set up in my normal spots, and I'm gonna start trying to throw some more bait out here, even if it's just scraps from whatever. Not a huge amount of coyotes in this one spot here, but it's consistent every year. We pick up a few. I'm gonna go check out my spot right here. And then we looked at this here the other day, just over the hill. There's some ribbons, and I'm just gonna check where the coyotes have been going. Anything interesting happens there, I'll let you know. But I'm gonna make it quick and dirty, get in and get out, and then carry on. Just out coming to the bait here, and found a couple hides and a deer head and a moose head with hide. This hasn't been here all that long. The moose, I'm not sure how long it's been there, but a little bit. This deer is probably fresh from today, I'd say. There's a bit of scraps here, and that's about it. But I'm gonna pick it up and put it in my bait. Well, boys, it's been a long day. I checked most of my snares and my baits there. Then about noon, I decided to change things up and go back and get my bait trailer right there, and started a new bait in one spot, and thought, well, I'll just start spreading the bait out again today. And I came to this one spot where I made a bait last week, but it didn't hang any snares. But I'm just following the fur here. There was some hides and stuff like that. So heavy coyote trails in here. And right when I was driving in, coyote was about 400 yards away coming this way. He decided to take off. But kind of happy with this spot. What I'm gonna do now is dump off a couple pigs. And it's getting late, so I think this might be my last stop. And so I can see what I'm setting up tomorrow at the other spots. But I think there's a few coyotes here. Heavy trail. Probably throw 1 or 2 snares here and dump some pigs and hides right here. Let it soak again. All right. See you tomorrow. Well, I've missed my intro this morning there. So we're out on the road, did a little bit of hunting, looking for a doe and a buck. So I had a coyote catch here before, and then I wanted to try another free hanger. And this one here's the wolf one from Corey for Lights Out Snares. So dead center of the trail, locks just around 12 o'clock. Looks oblong, just the angle here from the video. Nice trail, wolves are in the area, and I just threw some more bait in the bait here, so we'll see what's going on. And I'm gonna go freshen up or start another wolf bait in the same area here. The spot where I dropped off all those carcasses, nothing but birds really come through, so that's why I did that, just to kind of get that away from these areas so nothing disturbs it too much. But got a trailer full of pigs, and the truck is heaped up there with deer scraps from a butcher, etc., some hides. So we're gonna carry on this way. Just checking out more bait there today, like I had mentioned, and we're at the one spot where we threw a couple of snares in yesterday. Got ourselves a coyote. We'll go check the other snares out, and then we'll come back and take a closer look at this guy. Well, our pinch spot worked perfect. Caught this guy. He's kind of an ugly coyote. And then if you look at his back here, he's got the mites. So what I'll do is I'll remake this and then just put this guy in the back of the truck and take care of him. But yeah, it's too bad. He's an off color, his belly's bad, and got the shoulder mites. Probably a new coyote that moved into the area. But we're gonna carry on doing what we do. Just topping up baits here. This is the one we slapped in one snare in the dark. The last where we ended yesterday. Looks like there's fresh coyote tracks. Got a ribbon over there. And looks like we got ourselves a coyote. Right there, big one. Looks like he's caught a little bit further back than I'd like. But we'll take it. And when I came in, there's another coyote that ran across the other bluff on the other side. So I think once we get some snow, I'll just drive straight across. So they'll always use the same tracks, and then I can set traps on or snares on the other side there. But we'll check this guy out. It's a really nice coyote, very well furred, nice and even. Snare, not sure how he got so far into it, but we'll take it. Nice fur, nice long belly fur. I'm gonna just move the snare up to the next pinch spot right there. Should be good. And then the other coyotes will come check this out, carry on that way, and get caught. So I brought some snares with me. So I'm gonna put quite a few in here. We'll see how many trails there is. There's one trail this way, and another one over here, and then a couple that branch off this way. So at least 4 that I'll stick in, and then we'll come back in a few days. Check it out. Just wandering through here, and heavy trail there that branches off, and a heavy trail there. So I put a snare on this trail, and then another heavy trail I put a snare on. They all kind of come together and head off to the bait, which is 40-50 yards that way. So we're just trying to cut them off. And the reason why I put these so close here is because we've seen once we catch one, the other ones come sniff them. So if there's any groups here, we should be able to pick the other ones up. I'm just going to walk down this trail a bit more and see if there's a good pinch spot. And then I'm going to go back over this way here and find another spot. Once we get a bit more snow, it'll all really pop, but definitely some heavy trails here. Okay, we're over at Glenn's. Hung up all my snares the other day because when I was leaving, I noticed a bunch of mule deer were starting to head into the bush there, so I didn't want them to mess my snares, so I went hung them back up. And it happens every year. They'll come through, hang out for a day or two, and then move on. So kept an eye on it, and it looks like they moved on. But you can see the snow is disappearing. November 28th, a balmy +4. So it's snow's going, but then it's going to cool off over the week, and then we should get some more snow. And I'm looking forward to that, and then we can really get rolling here. Get everything topped up again with good amounts of bait. But yeah, not much else to see here. Like I said, looks like all the deer moved out. Just a small little bluff of bush, and happens every year. So, all right, we'll catch you at home, I guess. I got some skinning to do. We picked up 2 coyotes today. One had shoulder mites. The other one doesn't look that good. Or sorry, looks good. The other one has shoulder mites. But we'll just go in here and start setting our snares, and then I'll put the bait out. All right, see you later. Doing a little skinning tonight. There after supper. Have a few more to do. And yeah, got to clean the shop up. It's getting closer though. Here's a coyote. And of course it's a coyote. What else could it be? Anyways, just wanted to show you one of the lights out spring catches here. Nice high on the neck. Spring still compressed. Nice and tight there. Thing didn't even go 20. No, it just tipped over there, and you've seen it in the video. Just thought I'd show you the nice neck catch there. Still has the compression. And I'm gonna cut the spring off, and I'll take a look at the cable. I like to look how it's kinked. For some reason that interests me. I'm into kink. Another perfect little kink there. I think this is when it's closing and it tightens up, and then it fires, and that's when it really kinks it, I think. Because that's on the side where it's sliding down, and this is on the next side. So that's what I'm thinking.